Hello everyone. In my class, welcome again. We'll be starting Economics Chapter 1, that is Development. And today's video we discuss topic about in this chapter national development. So first I will tell you what is meaning of national development. So national development is defined as a country's ability to enhance the living standard of its residents, as people have different goals in their lives. Their beliefs for national development should also be different. We must keep in mind that different people must have different and conflicting conflicting ideas for the development of the country. So, national development is nothing but an improvement in citizens' living standards, providing basic amenities to the residents like food, education, social services, medical care, etc., and an increase in per capita uh, per capita income. So, uh, when we talk about development of a nation, or our basic ideas is to improve the life of the citizens of that nations. So, what can we talk about? Parameters like literacy rate, parameters like health index, life expectancy, socio-economic development. So these are some of the parameters that we should consider when we talk about national development. Along with this, we will focus on the personal income and growth in income, removal of poverty, satisfaction of socio-economic needs, attainment of democratic needs, attainment of a democratic and participatory society. So these are some of the national goals. Okay, so I hope you all understood what is national development. Next, in this chapter we will discuss topic about how to compare different countries or states. Means जो बहुत सारे देश हैं अलग अलग, या जो स्टेट्स हैं उनका आपस में कंपेयर कैसे किया जाए. सो वी कैन कंपेयर डिफरेंट कंट्रीज और स्टेट on the basic of per capita income. We cannot take national income to compare different countries because each country has different population rate. So when we talk of comparison of between the nations and states, for comparison it's important to know we always compare the average, to do not compare their totals, because when we are comparing the total income, that total income would vary based on the number of people living in that country. So rather than comparing the total income, what we need to compare is the average income. So per capita income is calculated by dividing total income of a country to total population of that particular country. Per capita income of a country shows the standard of living of the citizens of that particular company. So a country with higher per capita income is more developed than others with less per capita income. So when we talk about average income or per capita income, it is the total income divided by the total number of the residents or total population. So apart from apart from uh, income, Now, as per the World Bank World Development Report 2006, the per capita income is more than 4,53,000 per annum and above in 2004 is considered as rich country. If the income level is less than 37,000, we call it as poor income countries. So India fell into the category of the low income countries or poor income countries because in 2004 the per capita income for India was nearly 28,000 per annum. Now again, if we talk about rich countries, we exclude the Middle East and certain small countries that are developed countries because we are excluding the countries of Middle East in this because there are kind of rich countries, but we won't consider them as kind of developed countries. सो डियर स्टूडेंट, आप पूछ सकते हैं कि अगर डेवलपमेंट का जो मीनिंग है अलग अलग हो सकता है तो फिर जो कुछ कंट्रीज़ हैं उनको विकसित और कुछ को अविकसित कैसे कहा जा सकता है। इससे पहले कि इस टॉपिक पे हम आए, इससे यहाँ एक क्वेश्चन है उसके बारे में डिस्कस करते हैं कि जब हम बहुत सारी अलग अलग चीज़ों को कंपेयर करते हैं तो उनमें कुछ सिमिलरिटीज़ और कुछ डिफरेंस दोनों हो सकते हैं, और जब हम इनको कंपेयर करने के लिए कौन से वो जो पॉइंट्स हैं जिनको यूज़ करते हैं, जैसे किसी का क्लास में जो स्टूडेंट्स को ही देखते हैं तो हम बहुत सारे स्टूडेंट्स हैं जिनको कंपेयर कैसे करते हैं। जैसे आप ही लोग की क्लास में कुछ स्टूडेंट्स होंगे जिनकी हाइट, हेल्थ या इंटरेस्ट जो है वो उनमें डिफरेंस हो सकता है कि सबसे जो हेल्दी स्टूडेंट्स हैं वो सबसे ज़्यादा ब्रिलियंट स्टूडेंट ना हो, और सबसे जो ब्रिलियंट स्टूडेंट है हो सकता है वो कि फ्रेंडली बिहेवियर ना करता हो। तो हम इस तरीके से जो स्टूडेंट्स हैं उनमें भी डिफ्रेंशिएट कर सकते हैं कि कैसे उनमें अंतर है, और जो भी हम मापदंड प्रयोग करेंगे कंपैरिजन के लिए वो उद्देश्य पे डिपेंड करेगा। खेलकूद टीम या खेल को जो भी गेम्स होता है या फिर जो भी डिबेट्स वगैरह होते हैं या कोई भी एक्टिविटी होती है उसके लिए एक रूल्स होते हैं, रेगुलेशन होते हैं। फिर भी अगर हम किसी उद्देश्य से कक्षा के जो स्टूडेंट्स हैं उनकी जो पूरी तरीके से जो डेवलपमेंट होता है जिसको सर्वांगीण प्रगति कहते हैं उसके मानक के बारे में सोचें तो उन्हें कैसे चुनेंगे। तो सामान्यतः हम उन व्यक्तियों को की एक या दो महत्वपूर्ण जो भी कैरेक्टरिस्टिक हैं, जो भी विशेषताएं हैं उनके आधार पर कंपैरिजन करते हैं। ठीक है, तो जो कंपैरिजन है उसके लिए सबसे इम्पोर्टेंट जो उनमें क्वालिटी होगी उसको चुना जाएगा। तो इस पे डिबेट भी हो सकता है कि विद्यार्थियों का कौन से विद्यार्थी हैं जो फ्रेंडली हैं और उनमें हेल्पिंग नेचर है, या फिर कौन है जो क्रिएटिविटी बहुत ज़्यादा क्रिएटिव है। सो यही बात जो है ये डेवलपमेंट पे भी लागू होता है। जो दो कंट्री या बहुत सारे अलग अलग कंट्रियों में कंपेयर करने के लिए उनकी जो आय है, जो इनकम है, सबसे महत्वपूर्ण विशिष्टता समझी जाती है। मतलब दो देशों में अगर कोई क्वालिटी निकालनी है या डिफ्रेंशिएट करना है तो उस देश की जो आय है, इनकम है, उससे उनको डिफ्रेंशिएट किया जाता है कि किन देशों की आय अधिक है और किन देशों की जो इनकम है वो कम है। तो जिन देशों की आय अधिक है उनको डेवलप्ड कंट्री समझा जाता है, और जिन कंट्री की आय इनकम कम है उनको कम विकसित देश समझा जाता है। ओके, सो आई होप यू ऑल अंडरस्टूड दिस टॉपिक। नेक्स्ट वी प्रोसीड topic of income and other criteria. So for achieving development goal of people not only want better income, they also want non-material things like freedom, security and respect of others. So for development of a nation, average income or per capita income is needed. So in previous topic we discuss if we talk about rich countries, we exclude the Middle East and certain small countries that are developed countries, because we are excluding the countries of Middle East in this because they are kind of rich countries, but we won't consider them as kind of developed countries. So this is kind of basic ideas to help us understand at what parameters we can compare the development levels. So we can definitely compare the development levels of per capita income, but not at the level of exclude income, uh, or the total income. So that the first thing. Now, beside income, what are other parameters that are important? So, apart from income, people also seek other important things like better education, pollution free environment, healthcare services, equal treatment, freedom, etc. All these aspects are also taken into consideration for comparing the development of countries. So, for example, by comparing the per capita income of अगर हम इसका एग्जाम So, example, by comparing the per capita income of states Haryana, Bihar, and Kerala. Okay, here this all state Haryana, Kerala, Bihar in this table. So we find that Haryana has the but highest income, but looking at other criteria like infant infant mortality rate, literacy rate, attendance ratio. Here, infant mortality rate and literacy rate, and net attendance ratio, all things. Uh, uh, in, we find that Haryana has the highest income, but looking at other criteria like mortality rate, literacy rate, attendance ratio, etc., we find Kerala has more literacy rate as well as low mortality rate and more attendance ratio, because it has adequate provision for basic health and educational services. Okay, so first, mm, if per capita income were to be used as the measure of development, Haryana will be considered the most developed and Bihar the least developed state of the three. However, this is not true if we look at the other criteria. So, other criteria I explained already, comparative data of Haryana, Kerala, and Bihar. So, I again repeat, by comparing the capita income of state Haryana, Bihar, and Kerala, we find that Haryana has the highest income, but looking at other criteria like infant mortality rate, uh, literacy rate, and attendance ratio, etc., we find Kerala has more literacy rate. Literacy rate means it is the number of people above 7 years of age who are able to read and write with understanding. Higher the literacy rate, more developed a state will be. India has a literacy rate of 64%. Kerala has the highest literacy rate and Bihar has the lowest. Okay, so um, So infant mortality rate, literacy rate, attendance ratio, etc. We find Kerala has more literacy rate as well as low mortality rate, mortality rate, and more attending ratio because it has adequate provision for basic health and educational services. Okay, while Haryana ranks last in this criteria. Thus, development means overall growth and progress, not just limited to income. So, again, I tell you, infant mortality rate means it is the number of children rate die before attaining 1 year of age as per proportion of 1000 live births in a year. In it indicates the development of health facilities in a country. In India, Kerala has the lowest IMR while Bihar has the highest. Okay, and net attendance ratio is it is the total number of children of age group 14 and 15 years attending school as a percentage of total number of children in the same age group. So in this table, the first column, so in Kerala out of 1000 children born, 12 died before completing 1 year of age, but in Haryana the proportion of children dying within 1 year of birth was 36, which is 2 times more than that of Kerala. This number is 44 in Bihar, and literacy rate in Kerala is 94%, which is higher than Haryana and Bihar. Uh, and the last column shows that in Kerala, 83 children out of 100 aged 40 to 50 are not attending school beyond class 8, which is greater than Haryana and Bihar. Okay, so next we discuss topic about public facilities. So facilities which are provided by the government considered as public facility like schools, hospitals, community halls, transport, electricity, etc. सो पब्लिक फैसिलिटीज़ का मतलब होता है सार्वजनिक सुविधाएं. सो as facility which are provided by the government considered as public facility. मतलब जो भी फैसिलिटी हमको सरकार के द्वारा दी जाती है उसे हम पब्लिक फैसिलिटी या सार्वजनिक सुविधा कहते हैं. जैसे स्कूल, हॉस्पिटल, कम्युनिटी, जितने भी गवर्नमेंट स्कूल हैं, गवर्नमेंट हॉस्पिटल हैं, कम्युनिटी हॉल्स हैं, ट्रांसपोर्ट, इलेक्ट्रिसिटी, ये सब पब्लिक फैसिलिटीज़ के एग्जाम्पल हैं. ओके, सो अस वी नो दैट पंजाब हैज़ मोर इनकम देन द एवरेज पर्सन इन केरला, बट केरला हैज़ अ लो इन्फेंट mortality rate because of better public system like public distribution system which provide health and nutritional status to the state. So let's more back to India and let's take an example of Kerala and Punjab. So Punjab has a much higher per capita income as compared to Kerala. However, if we talk in terms of development, we would say Kerala is much ahead of Punjab. Why? So because when we are talking about development per se, we are not just nearly including the national per capita income as we did in the case of growth. If we talk about growth, we can say Punjab has a higher growth as compared to Kerala. But if we talk in terms of development, we are including other parameters like infant mortality rate, literacy rate, and net attendance ratio. Again, public facilities in an important parameters because it is not just the money in your pocket, but it is how the community is being developed. Okay, so we need public facility because we are not able to purchase all things by money. we cannot able to buy a pollution free environment with the help of money. So there is a kind of pollution free environment, more of citizen sanitation facilities that are available. So all these public facilities, if they are better half, that means the overall development of the region is much better. So these are some of the parameters that we look into while considering the development, but these are not included when we talk about growth. Again, I mentioned the same point, so you have again for countries which are working for poverty elevation, like country like India, you have a kind of public distribution system. We have already talked about this in class 9. So proper functioning of public distribution system is again an important parameter. As we talk about the example of Punjab and Kerala, so Punjab definitely has higher capita income, but it is lower in terms, or I could say how much higher infant mortality rate as compared to Kerala. So we cannot calculate this based on the development of the region. So development of the region would be higher, or the standards of the living for Kerala would be higher than that of Punjab. Again, undernourishment is one of the factors that is considered when we talk about development. So, under the Richmond is measured by the body mass index, that's the weight of the person divided by the height of the person. So dear student, I hope you all understood well what was taught in today's class. Next topic we will discuss in this chapter of our next video. Thank you for watching.